Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and welcome to Ordinary Plant Girl. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back and spending more of your time with me. So today, because I didn't get to propagate my Monstera Standleyana last week, that is what we're going to do today. So I finally decided that it was what I was going to do. I was going to propagate it. We're going to see how this goes. And I have a couple of different mediums that I'm going to propagate in. So if that is something that you are interested in seeing, then please stick around. Okay, so the three mediums we're going to use today, we are going to use perlite, we're going to use Spagmoss, and we are going to use soil. Normally I would propagate in water, but because I had an issue with propagating this plant previously in water, I decided that I wasn't going to do that again. I would rather make sure that I gave it as much of a chance as possible of surviving. Because the growth is small and the aerial roots are younger, you kind of never know. And with that being said though, with the soil propagation, I am also going to use a rooting hormone because I have it and I don't use it enough, and I don't want to use it with moss. I have before and it's worked, but I don't want to use it with the moss, and I'm definitely not going to use it in the perlite. So I'm going to use that for the top cuttings, I think, hopefully to give them a better chance of survival because they're so juvenile. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the plant now, and then I will end up changing the camera angle so that I can show you exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so now since last week, you're going to notice that she's kind of fallen over now. It looks like she got a little heavy, and now this branch has folded over, which is actually perfect because this is probably what I'm going to cut. I will have to check and make sure it's not broken because I would like to leave this leaf. Okay, it doesn't look broken, but we'll take a better look. Anyway, so I would like to leave this leaf on the plant and take the rest of this. So going by node, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, between 4 and 5 cuttings off this one branch. Now this one here, this leaf has still not come out all of the way, which is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for those leaves to unfold before I cut it. So you know what, we'll see. Maybe I'll leave it because I really don't want to cut it while it's still stuck in there. And if you can see in here, I'm not sure if you can, there is another leaf that is piggybacking it. So I might leave that one and then just take this. So once I get the cuttings that I want, I will be putting the top cuttings back in the pot. Maybe that's what, maybe I'll just plant it directly in the pot with the rooting hormone and see where we go from here. Because if you look at that tiny little node, I just want to give it as much of a chance as possible to survive. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, but I'm going to try. And as you can see, there's no curling. I did pull it back slightly from the window, and I don't seem to have any issues anymore with that. So I'm really happy about that. But okay, I'm going to get all the stuff I need. I'm going to change the camera angle, and we are going to propagate this girl. Okay, so what I've got is I've got my perlite, which I have moistened. There's still a little bit of water in the bottom that doesn't want to come out, but I think it'll be okay. There's not that much, maybe a centimeter of it. And then I've got my moss here, and then this will be what I put on top. And since I'm planting the top cutting back in the pot, there's that. And for that though, I am going to use, well, you can't see it, but it's ProMix Stim-Root. So I have had this for a while now. I've used it a couple of times, but I would really like to use it more so that, number one, I don't waste it, and number two, so I can get an accurate account of how well it works. So I will be using this only on the top cutting because it is going to be juvenile and I would like to survive. And I have got my sterilized scissors. So I'm going to change the camera angle and we are going to get right into this. Okay, oops, I don't know if that's gonna work. I'm gonna do this. Okay, don't mind all the crap on the table. I'm painting pots and stuff like that at the same time as doing this. So I'm gonna put these over here. Okay, so maybe I should just, let's check this first. Because it appears bent but not broken, but I don't know if I can get that piece to stand up again. So you know what, we're just going to cut it here. So there is a little aerial root right here. So we're gonna need that one. The aerial roots are so tiny, so tiny. But okay, so we're just gonna do it. We're going to cut right there. I can't believe I just did that. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, there we go. I am going to tape you back up. And as I said, since this one here has not actually released itself yet, and it still has another leaf piggybacking on the back of it, I am just gonna leave that. Let's see if I can straighten it a little though. Which would be fabulous. Okay. All right, so there we go. Oh, she looks bare now. So this is what we have got to work with. And I mean, look at that color. Look at that. It's so pretty. But okay. Okay. So I will be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get 4. This one here though, with this aerial root here, this leaf is so tiny, but look at that little half moon. So okay, I'm gonna take 4 then, I guess, and we're going to see how this goes. So got 1, ooh, this one's gonna be tight, 2, oh, this is not gonna leave much room for error, 3, and 4. Okay, so you'll see that this piece here does have 3 leaves, but if you look, this aerial root right here is so new and young that I don't think it would have much of a chance of surviving, so I wanted to take the next one down. So this will be the one that I put in rooting hormone and stick back in the pot with my mother plant. Now these ones here, I'm gonna leave them for I don't know, maybe about an hour, just so that they callus over a little bit before I put them in the moss and the perlite. I'm not sure what I should do with the extra one though. Oh, actually, I can put two. I can put two in each, and that'll give us a better chance. So I can put two in moss, and I can put two in perlite, and I've got the one that will go into the base of the pot. So after I let these rest for a little bit, we will come back and put them into their mediums. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for these ones to callus over, I'm not going to let this one callus over because I need it to, since I'm dipping it in rooting hormone, I'm not going to let it callus over because I need it to uptake the hormone. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this one right now. So I've got my rooting hormone. It's a little pink powder that's sitting in there. Now you don't want to dip the cutting directly into the bottle. It pretty much says to absolutely not do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tap. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. Okay, so I don't want too much, but we're just gonna take just a little bit. I'm gonna put it on there. This my daughter gave me with a little gardening kit, and it is the best thing I have found to put holes in soil so that you can put plants in. So what we're gonna do is figure out where to put this one, and I'm thinking, because I need it to be kind of close to the moss pole, so I'm just going to dunk this one in, and it's got little lines for pretty much each inch, so you know how far you're going. So I'm just gonna go in an inch, and now I'm going to dip the end of this in the rooting hormone. So that it covers the whole end. And then I'm just going to stick it directly in the pot. Now, kind of a bonus to this is that I did water this plant yesterday. So the soil is already damp, and the leaves kind of look a little upside down right now, but they'll turn. They'll turn, but we will watch that one and see how it does. Once it gets big enough, I will attach it to the pole. Okay, and then that is it for that. That part is done. So, oh no, what did I do with them? Oh, I just shoved them all over the place. So yes, and besides that, these guys can sit here for the next hour just to callus over, and we'll come back and we will put them in the perlite and the moss and see how that goes. Okay, so it's been about an hour. Some people like to leave their cuttings to callus over a little bit longer than that, but I haven't had too many bad effects from not waiting longer, like a couple of hours or so. But you know, everybody's different, everybody's home is different, and their process is different. So this is just what I do. And it's not even with all plants. Some I will pop into mediums right away, but most of the time, depending on the thickness of the plant, and because these ones are so thin, I figured that an hour would just be enough to do that. So here we are. We've got our perlite and our moss, and this is what we're gonna do. So I'm going to take, these are 2 of the largest pieces. So I'm going to put 1 right in the perlite, just like that. And then I'm going to put this one in moss, but I won't pack it in yet. Actually, that can probably take a little bit more. We'll put this one in here. I am going to put the 2 cuttings in, like both in the same vessel. And then for this one, I'm trying to figure out, you know what, I'll put this one in here. Now perlite, I'm still really new with perlite, so I don't know how this is going to go at all. But I mean, we're going to figure it out. And then I will put this little one, because I do have more success in moss. I'm going to see if this tiny little one will work in here for me. So, since it's so much smaller than that one, we're going to put it right in there. And make sure that they're all snug in their little spots. And ouch. That will be about it. Okay, so what I do, I have tried the propagation bag method more than once, and more often than not, I end up rotting my cuttings, and it just drives me absolutely bonkers. So what I'm going to do, because my plants, my propagations, I should say, live in my bathroom. It's warmer in there, it is more humid in there, and you're probably asking, why don't you just put them in your plant room stuff? Well, the humidity in my plant room does go up and down. I do have grow lights in there. I had my propagations in there at one point in time, but I didn't like it. I don't know why. It just, I didn't like it. I took them off the shelves and I put them promptly back in the bathroom, where they live and love to live. Okay, so, but what I do in order to keep my mediums moist is I do put a piece of saran wrap. How am I going to do this one? Just over top. Now, most of the time, what I do like about these jars is that I actually, you know what? I can do it. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. If you're wondering why there is the lid on them, this is why. So we'll put those in there like that. And put that little leaf up. And I just screw the lid back on. And then there's enough of a little hole in there where I can stick a finger in to see if the moss is still damp or not. Now with perlite, I don't know if that is a good idea, so I am just going to leave this one as is because I do not have enough experience with this myself to do it that way. So we're just gonna leave that. So here we are. I did actually take the mother plant and I put her back in my bedroom, but we've got that piece in soil with the rooting hormone that is hopefully going to take root. We have got these two right here, and I mean, they're fabulous looking leaves. I really hope that they make it. So we've got these ones in the perlite, and then we've got these two happy-go-lucky ones that are in moss. So I will probably check back in about a month and do a little update, and we will see where all these propagations have ended up. So with that being said, please like and consider subscribing. If you have any comments, please leave them below. And I love chatting with you guys and, you know, getting your advice. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.